Hi, guys. This is R.A. Sweeney here to talk to you about another passage from the book Praying with the Gospel Accounts as part of the Praying with the Bible series. So, today, wanted to talk about a passage when Jesus is preaching throughout Galilee. It was really kind of a cool passage because there's a lot of like double meanings, a lot of cross references, and things like that. And so you can easily overlook it because there's not a lot going on the surface. So you can kind of skip over this passage, but there's a lot going on when you start to look a little bit deeper. Um, so the first thing that really jumped out at me is as he's going away to pray, as Jesus goes away to pray, he's kind of trying to get away from the crowd. It describes the setting as exceedingly dark, and he went out to an uninhabited place or a desert place. He's going out to the wilderness, and so thinking of kind of that setting, we've got this dark, uninhabitable wilderness place. That's really the beginning of Genesis. We've got the world was, tohu vavohu, which means uninhabitable and uninhabited. Darkness is over the surface of the deep. Sounds a lot like Genesis. So he's going into this place where there just isn't life, and he's going to pray there. And the word for pray, it kind of means like pray forth. Is the word that's used there. So it's not just like, oh, we went out and prayed, but he like prayed forth. He's like spilling out his prayer into the dark and uninhabited place. And so it's really kind of interesting because you expect from that there's going to be life and abundance coming out. And guess what? The rest of the gospel story is about. Is that life and abundance coming out. The other thing that really jumps out is Simon came to Jesus and was like, "Hey, everyone's been seeking you." And so the word that's used for seeking here can mean like, "Hey, we don't know where you are. We're looking around. We're seeking you." But it can also mean worshiping in the way that we say we're seeking God. And so it was really kind of, the two perspectives put next to each other. So Jesus is out in the wilderness. He's seeking after God. He's out there praying, but all the crowds are seeking Jesus. And are they seeking to worship him? Are they just trying to find their, this guy that's doing all these cool things? And so it really, it kind of puts those two ideas on parallel. With each other. And so it really kind of reminded me of when God was speaking to Cain. And so the serpent is seeking to devour you, sin's at the door seeking to devour you. And so what are we seeking when we're coming? Are we trying to latch hold of Jesus so that we can get a hold of the things that we want from him, that we can use him for our own purposes? Are we seeking to worship him? What is our coming to him and seeking forth about? And then what comes out of it when Jesus goes up to pray? He is pouring out that life of new creation into that environment. When we're praying, are we praying forth new creation, or are we just trying to consume in that time as well? So that's what I wrote about for this passage. I hope it was a blessing. Thanks, guys.